Innocent Until, what's going on, man? I actually made this video, man, back on the 18th. I think I uploaded it. It's been sitting, in the queue for a minute. I'm just waiting on the right time to drop it, man. This is a new series. I want to kind of start with you guys, man. If you pay attention, I answer like as many comments as I can. I said this in one video. I'm noticing I don't even get notifications for all of them. But when I see them, I just kind of set a time, a window, like let me go back to answer the comments that I didn't respond to in real time. Because sometimes while I'm working, I'll take a break to respond to the notifications that are at the top of my phone, but I don't get all of them. So I just go back and set a little window so I can do that. But I'm working on this series, man, and I hope you guys like it, where some of the longer, more pertinent questions and comments in the section, I can answer them. Just take the time to answer them like this. And I was going to preface, some things that I heard in this video while I was, listening to it back on the last editing run. I was going to preface some things, but I don't even think I need to. This may just turn into me doing this for every video, as many videos as I can. Like I said, I'm going to see how you guys respond to it, what suggestions you have, and we're going to go from there. But as far as the prefacing for this video, I don't even think I need to do that. We probably can just get into it. They're going to kill you for that comment about black types. They probably are. Nothing to see in this video, Innocent Until. Just listen. You know what I mean? You can cook your food, wash your clothes, fold your laundry, feed the kids, whatever you got to do. I'm going to be answering some viewers' questions and see what you guys think, present the questions to you as well. And, if you have some questions you want me to answer, let me know. We'll see what we can do, man, since I'm not doing lives right now. It's kind of fun for me, and plus I want to see what you guys think about the questions. Let's get to it. Innocent Until, what's going on, man? I be in the mood, man. I ain't gonna say what I want to say. Y'all already saw me rambling in the videos. Y'all know I be rambling, man. We not gonna do that. I'm in the mood, man. My mood be like, like up, down, up, down, up, down, man. What in the hell? That's that light skin stuff coming out of me. How y'all doing? It is rainy day in Miami right now. Still 73 degrees. Not hot though. The rain has it very cool. It's been very cool the last couple of days. I hope the weather and everything else is fine where you are, man. Pray for Hawaii, bro. Like, I'm such a coward. I'm gonna keep it real with you. I've been like running and staying away from that story, man. And certain people, I'm not gonna call them names, reposting it on Twitter. If you know me, man, I just recently followed like 5 or 6 more people because I was following nobody for the longest, and then I followed, I ain't gonna call no names. And then, I said, look, let me come out of my shell, man. I'm around here acting crazy as hell. I don't know what's going on. So yeah, I followed a few more people, but now you get exposed to other stuff, and people were sharing the Hawaii news, which I don't mind, man. But like I say, man, my spirit is so, I'm real emo. I'm gonna keep it real with you. So I'll be trying to stay away from, certain things because, it's just too much, man. It's a lot of tragedy going on in the world, but there are a lot of happy things going on too. That's why, I mostly try to follow like little puppies and cute animals and just beautiful views of the world on Twitter, man. I try not to even have true crime or missing people on my timeline. I get that information on Facebook and other platforms, but I come to Twitter, I just kind of want to post, content, but then consume, what was taken from my spirit from the content that we do. But why am I here today, man? I just made a video that you're definitely not going to get, and my heart wasn't in it, my soul wasn't in it, my passions were, but we're not doing that. But probably par for the course, because the video that I'm about to make, is the video that I'm supposed to be making anyway. Shout out to this. I got to think of a way to address you guys. I tell you what, man, I'm a manager in my career, you know what I mean? I'm going to leave that there. I'm not into personal stuff like that. I don't know you Negroes, and you don't know me, so shout out to all the support. We'll learn each other more over time. But I despise and I abhor my teammates, my crew calling me boss or manager or anything like that. Like, that's not me. I'm part of the team. We're all here to do our part for the team. And that's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to also tell you this. I'm from a place, where if you go there now, you ask the guys, some of it is going to be just a showing love and a mix of fabrication. And, a lot of it is going to be very true. they will tell you, like, you know, I'm the big homie. You know what I mean? They look to me. They, you know, whenever what it is, you know, what is he doing? You know what I mean? What move he making? That's probably gonna be the way we go in. We definitely gonna strongly consider what he does. So I'm just trying to tell you that yes, I have been a leader and have been called a leader in my life, but I'm not the kind of leader that's like, yo, I'm the boss. Yo, look at me. I'm not dressing like the boss. I'm not talking like, I'm not doing none of that. We just all here to do our job, man. We part of the team, and if the team is successful, that's all that matters to me. Now, if anything goes wrong, that's when I'm the guy. Yo, come out at me, man. That's on me. I'm responsible here. So I'm just saying all that to say I got to think of a name to call you guys. I call you Innocent Until, of course, but when I'm addressing you specifically, I'm not into the subscriber stuff. It's just the human. You know, it's me, man. I want to give you all of your humanity, and I want to give you all the encouragement and support and love that you give me. So I got to think of a name. Maybe you guys got some interesting suggestions. But up until then, I'm just going to say this time it was a young lady. She asked some questions. Once I get into the questions, you're going to know who you are if you watch this video. But, you know, a couple of you guys asked some questions, and I said, you know, instead, there was some, long questions, extended questions. And instead of me just writing an extended comment in response, which I do, some of you have gotten them or seen them, you know, I said this time I'm going to respond in the video. So the video shouldn't be that long. But, you know, I just want to answer some of these questions and also present them to you guys to see what you think about them. The questions are not going to be anything new, you know what I mean, if I remember correctly, because I read the comment and then I saved it so I can go back to it. I haven't read it since. So I don't think most of them, you know, for the most part, anything new. But I might be a little wrong there. We'll see when I get to reading it. But still, you know, we've all rehashed most of what's going on in this case. So maybe you got some new thoughts on these questions if some of them have already been asked and you've already considered them. So let's just get to it. 5 minutes in, I didn't ramble much that time. The first, we're just going to read, man, to get to it. I'd like to know your thoughts on the other 2 male DNA that we only found out about by Ann Taylor, but the prosecution knew since the beginning. I'm going to be honest with you. First and foremost, let me say what I always say. You guys know a lot more about this case than I do. I'm being lazy and waiting to trial to see what rises to the top. You know what I mean? I'm not saying any of these things aren't pertinent. I just, for myself, because part of it is because I'm lazy. I just want to see what makes it to trial, what the prosecution presents at trial, what the defense presents at trial. This is the laziness in me, right? So I haven't done a lot of research on these 2 male DNAs. I've heard a lot about them. I've even heard some people say 3. But whatever the case is, like, come on, man. I personally, in my true crime history, seen cases thrown out because, you know, the prosecution was holding back DNA evidence or evidence that someone else's DNA was at the crime scene. Because that obviously, you know, means maybe someone else is, responsible for the crimes. Without knowing as much as you guys probably know about these 2 DNA profiles, and I think they're male, and she says it, you know, in the question, I'm going to give you my speculative answer to that question because I don't have enough information to give you a very informative answer. Number one, there's no way in hell I would know why. It makes no sense whatsoever. It just fits what we've all been believing, man. But, you know, many of us have been believing that there's some, some conspiracy stuff going on here, man. Maybe to frame Brian, maybe to exonerate the actually guilty parties or the other guilty parties. But there should be no reason, man, that the prosecution or the defense should be holding back evidence that turns the case in a totally different direction. And I'm not sure why this DNA evidence hasn't already turned this case into, a totally different direction. Now, I will say this, and this is just logical thinking. At this point in the game, Ann Taylor doesn't seem to be raising a huge red flag about it. So it's very possible that either the prosecution or the defense, or both of them, the state and the defense, know something about these 2 male DNA profiles that makes them less of an issue than they may seem to us. But I wouldn't know that until I see specifically how Ann Taylor, is going off about it. Like with the exculpatory evidence, she wasn't letting that go. And even now she seems to have backed up off of that a little bit, but that just could be because she's building something, for presentation in the future. So that's just my dodging best answer right now. I would like to hear what you guys think about that specifically. What are your thoughts on the 2 male DNA profiles that were found, and why did Ann Taylor have to find them out? Now, part of her having to find them out is, once again, where I think the conspiracy stuff comes in at, but that doesn't make it facts. That could be a very explainable reason that the prosecution held this back. It just doesn't occur to me right now. You know what I mean? I think that's something, if you're in the interest of justice, that you would want to give justice all of the information that you have. You know what I mean? That's just how I think about it. I don't think too many cops and everybody on that side, from those who work on the prosecution side of the DA's office, they take their jobs more seriously than they take their oaths to the Constitution, which is to uphold the individual rights of every individual American citizen, right? You're not there to convict people. You're there to pursue justice. And sometimes that means admitting that you got the wrong person. I'm just going to be honest with you and be redundant here, man. It seems like you guys should admit, you know, that these 2 male DNA profiles, you had them and you didn't give them to the defense. That's a major issue to me. But I'm going to have to wait and see what Ann Taylor, how she handles that going forward. That's my best answer to the question. Once again, I want to hear what you guys have to say about it. She also says, why weren't they tested? And why is the media quiet on this? Now, for me, that is a speculative, easy answer about why the media is quiet. Why they weren't tested, that just falls into my part A answer. I have no idea, but my speculative answers would be the same ones I gave for that, you know, that part A answer. The media, come on, man, it's a great sale that Brian is guilty. And for me, it would seem like though it would be a better sale that they got the wrong person, because the media is in it for nothing but clicks and views, man. They're trying to drive, their market up. They're trying to make more dollars. They see dollar signs. This is the bottom line. But I don't know, the way my mind thinks, which is very weird compared to most people. A lot of people, you know what I mean, if not most, I would think to uncover that the state has the wrong person, you know, would be a more of a seller than just trying to convict Brian through rumor. I don't know. What do you think about that? Which one do you think, you know, the media would profit more off of? Helping exonerate an innocent person, or helping convict a person who may not be guilty at all? That makes no sense to me, but they clearly have an agenda. I'm not going to say that I think, in my personal opinion, if you watch my videos, that the Moscow Police Department and Idaho University are very possibly, I'm just saying very possibly, to be kind and respectful, I'm damn near convinced they involved in this situation on the criminal side of it. But I'm not going to sit here and say I think all of these low-tier media platforms are involved. They just chasing dollar signs, which is horrendous, and you should be a co-conspirator in any crime when you do that. Especially if you're trying to help convict a person who is innocent or may be innocent. Your ass should be added to the indictment. But I'm not going to say that they are like involved in what's going on in Moscow. They're just profiting off of it and trying to profit off it as much as you can. So I think that's why they're silent. In their mind, they've already spun the narrative that Brian is the guy. They definitely don't want to have to come out and offer any apologetic retractions or open themselves up to lawsuits for defamation and whatever else may be there legally for, you know, Brian or whoever else to pursue. So they're probably going to stick with their narrative that Brian is the guy. And so why would they talk about the DNA? Why wouldn't they? You know what I mean? In the logical mind that actually wants justice, but in the mind of people who don't give a damn about human beings and only want money, why would they talk about it? So, you know, that's my answer to that question, young lady. I throw that to you guys again if you don't remember what it was. She's asking about the other 2 male DNA profiles. Why weren't they tested, and why is the media quiet on this? And why did Ann Taylor have to find this out when the prosecution, the state, knew about these other 2 male DNA profiles the entire time? Shout out Leah Larkin. Ethan's parents are truly distancing themselves from the other families. It makes me sad that he seems to be bottom of the pile when the victims are mentioned. That is a great point. I know there's more to this question, so maybe I'll read it. Let me go ahead and read the rest of it first. What are your thoughts on why they won't or don't want to appear to interact with the other families? They don't even want to go to court. His mother said 2 a.m. will forever be a dark time, not 4 a.m. So I'll start with that last sentence. 2 a.m. will forever be a dark time, not 4 a.m. You guys will have to educate me on what the point is there. I'm not up to speed. You know, maybe that's a rabbit hole. I addressed this in a video that you won't get because it was way too much me being extra. But when I say rabbit holes, guys, I even mean some of this information that is very pertinent to the case right now. There's just too much of it. You know what I mean? What they had like 100 50 something. I can't remember when, you know, Ann Taylor had it straight and the other prosecution, the state's, you know, attorney out in court. They got that many detectives on the case. You're going to have this many. It's so many avenues in this case. That, and I mean relevant avenues, not just the ones that go off in the direction that's going nowhere. There's so many relevant avenues that when I say rabbit hole, guys, I'm talking about every particular outcome of this case or possibility in this case. For me, my mental well-being and my laziness and probably some other things I'm not just thinking about right now, I don't know everything that you guys know about this case. I know I always say it, but I always want to put it at the forefront of your mind so I don't come off, you know, like a know-it-all. And I don't want to come off looking even stupider than I look sometimes, which is another conversation because I'm not keeping up with all the rabbit holes. I'm just lazy, guys. I use this analogy in the other video. I don't know how to cook. You know, can I be honest here? I'm not a great cook. I know how to cook about 3 things that keep me alive. The rest of the time, you're going to find me at the 1 or 2 restaurants that I consider clean enough for me to, you know, fraternize, to buy food out of. Patronize, my guy. So I'm the guy in the kitchen like, yo, just tell me when the cake is done. We doing desserts, right? We doing pecan pie, pecan, wherever you're from. I'm pecan, you know, I'm from the South. We doing red velvet cake. We doing chocolate cake, moist chocolate cake. Don't bring me no dry cake. I'm just trying to tell them, bring me no dry ass cake. I don't care what kind it is, but especially chocolate. But if you got a moist, all chocolate cake, you got me. You know what I'm saying? I'm running down the list in order. And then you got strawberry cake. You know, those are my 4 favorites. You can throw some apple pie on the end, probably some peach pie if you got ice cream, right? But I ain't helping you cook none of that. Are you crazy? I'm going to be somewhere watching TV, reading a book, making content, scrolling Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and waiting until it's done. And then I'm going to be the first one in the kitchen like I did cook it. Damn it, I'll probably be trying to take it out of the oven or wherever it's coming from like I did cook it because I just want to eat. You know what I mean? And that's how it is with this case, guys. I'm lazy. I just want to wait to trial when they put everything into a nice pie presentation, and then see what the state and defense present. So I can't answer that 2 to 4 a.m. question. You guys will have to tell me what the relevance is there, and then maybe in another video I'll get back to it, or maybe even in the comment sections. But apparently Ethan's mother said 2 a.m. will forever be a dark time, not 4 a.m. The young lady who's asking these questions, she has a particular opinion about the case, but she's definitely not closed-minded, and she does a lot of, research. She probably damn near knows everything about the case that there is to know. So I'm saying that to say nothing about her. I watch her, I follow her. Nothing about her makes me think that she's asking questions that, just need to be tossed to the wind. So I'm pretty sure there's some relevance there that I would like to know, and I would appreciate it if you guys share that with me. But we can get back to the rest of it. And I'm still just going to go from the end to the beginning on this. They don't even want to go to court. I actually made a video about that, guys. I damn near may just upload the audio with the innocent until backdrop, the forest scene, and link it in the comment section. That way anybody who wants to go check that video out can. But I'll keep it on unlisted so I don't have to do all the editing and stuff. But I actually made a video when she did come out and say that. Now, I haven't had to say this lady's name or spoken about them in a while, so if I'm saying the wrong name, forgive me, but I think Stacy Chapin, I'm pretty sure I'm right. When she first came, where the article came out, when she said, we're not going to court, and I think there are better ways to invest our time, and it's not going to change anything. I just love that, guys. So I have some insight on why this may be. Obviously, I don't know this family, but I do have some insight on why they may feel like that, because I feel the same way. You know what I mean? I would have had the same response. I've been to murder trials. I've sat through 2 murder trials. The defendants did get found guilty. It was a young man and a young woman. They both got double life sentences. I actually almost went to jail for contempt of court because I did stand up in court and attempt to say something, on their behalf. But, it is what it is. I don't know if they were guilty. I wasn't there when the crimes were committed. I wasn't able to beat that through the entire trial, so I didn't see all of the evidence against or for them. But I do know I was there for the majority of the trial, and I do know that they got convicted. So I've sat through at least 2 murder trials and some other cases as well. But I only went to those because I had to be there. Let me say it like that. Not I was court ordered to be there, but my morality demanded that I be there. You know what I mean? But other than that, even if it were my own situation or my own child, because it were my own situation and my own child, I would feel exactly like Stacy Chapin feels, right? So this is where we enter the realm when people start saying, well, this happened to you and this is why we suspect you or don't suspect you because you're acting a particular way. Should we suspect the Chapin family because their son was murdered? I want to know why they cremated him, and I don't know. But should we suspect them because their son was murdered, they cremated him, and now they're saying that they're not even going to trial? No, we shouldn't, guys. This is how some people deal with grief, and I don't mind telling you personally that that's how I deal with grief. Was it in this video where I said I was staying away from the Hawaii story? Because some things are just overwhelming for certain people that wouldn't overwhelm you. Like, staying away from this might overwhelm certain parents. You know what I mean? Staying away might overwhelm Steve Gonzalez. But being attached to it every single day, or even through the trial, which would be damn near every single day, if not every single day, may overwhelm the Chapins. It would overwhelm me. I don't need to go to trial. You already killed my son. Just tell once what I tell you about the pie, the dessert, and me not chasing the rabbit holes, guys. Just tell me Just tell me what the results of trial are. Like, me being there ain't gonna change nothing. Damn it, I probably wouldn't even want to be a witness if I am not absolutely court ordered to. It's not going to change anything. It's only going to remind me of the grief that I already have to live with for the rest of my life. So that is my answer to the question. And obviously, I want to reiterate, I don't know these people, so I can't speak for them, but I can definitely relate to where they may be coming from. I wouldn't want to be around the other families for that reason alone. You're just a reminder of a tragedy that breaks my heart when I wake up and when I go to sleep and throughout the entire day, guys. The court, the trial, it would just be a reminder. You think I want to sit there and listen? I've heard some of these trials. I've heard how the defense and the prosecution, the state, they rehash what happened to these victims, and they show pictures and they show crime scene photos, and they actually have blood and they have the bodies. You think I know some of you that would give you the relief, but I'm just asking you to expand your mind and understand how not being there to see that and get that justice for your loved one would overwhelm you. Seeing all of that will overwhelm some of us. It's just God has made his decision. I love to reference this story in the Bible. David had got himself into a situation with another man's wife. He killed the man's husband. He killed the lady's husband, and God punished him by striking his son with an illness. And David was just out of it. He was depressed. He wouldn't bathe. You know what depression is? Real depression, not functioning depression, like crippling depression. That was David, and he was begging God to save his son and heal his son. Then his son died. David immediately got up and went about his regular life. Immediately, once they told him, somebody said, yo, your son passed away. You know what I mean? David got up. After he had been laying there depressed, he won't wash, he won't bathe, he got snot everywhere. I don't even like to say that word, it's disgusting. You know when you down bad, man. You crying everywhere, your hair stink, you ain't changed clothes, you down bad, man. But as soon as they told him his son had passed away, he got up and resumed living his regular life. And everybody was asking him like, yo, how, bro? Your son dead now. When he was sick and he was still alive, you were depressed. But now that he's dead, you're acting like nothing happened. He wasn't acting like anything hadn't happened. He was respecting the fact that God had already made his decision. When there was something to, beg God for, to try to, air quotes, respectfully bargain with God about, then of course I'm here, I'm begging you, I'm pleading you, yo, God, can we do anything at my bad? I messed up. Can we do it? Even Jesus said it. Is it another way? But once God has made his decision, God has made his decision. So I think that may be the mindset that the Chapins are in. And it's not that they're forgetting Ethan or forgetting what happened or forgetting the other families. It's just that I need to go ahead and continue my life, because if I don't, this will also consume me to the point where I will go and join Ethan, literally. You know what I mean? Like, grief can kill you. And they may be trying to avoid that. And as well as there may just be some things about the other families that they disdain. Now, I'm just throwing these things out there, reiterating. I don't know the Chapins. I haven't spoken with them. I'm just speaking from a logical perspective. They may not, agree with everything the families, the other families are doing, one or all of them. I don't know. And they may not just want to be attached to that. Instead of just speaking out about it, they may just be a quiet type family. They want to live their lives and just, do that. Because sometimes people just want to go on. You can't change anything. So I don't know, obviously, but what do you guys think? Why do you think they don't want to go to court? Why do you think they don't interact with the other families like that? Were they interacting with the other families? Like, did they have a relationship before? It also may be that they just aren't phony. Like, if I didn't know you before that happened, that don't mean we finna be friends now, because I'm like that too. Like, just because we have commonalities don't mean we have things in common. You know what I mean? Just because we have things in common don't mean, like, now we have a relationship. So that may be a possibility, because I also just don't want to paint a stain on the other families, because the Chapins may be staying away from them. Hell, they may be staying away from the Chapins. It could also be that, you know what I mean? But it doesn't have to be a negative reason, guys. People just handle things differently. We all know this. I'm preaching to the choir here, so I'm not being condescending. But it could be as simple as, people just handling things how they handle it so they can get through it. But it could also be something nefarious there that, they don't want to speak on right now, choose to speak on. I don't know. I'm not leaning toward nefarious. I tend to give people the benefit of the doubt, not trusting. I don't trust no damn body. I don't trust water to get wet. But I'm just not going to put a stain on your name without knowing that the stain deserves to be there. So what do you guys think about that? And Ethan being at the bottom of the pile when the victims are mentioned, I got to get through this fast, because if not, I'm going to offend you guys, man. And I don't want to do that. You know what I mean? I don't care about offending you. Sometimes being offended helps, guys. And some of you are so damn sensitive. You need to get out of your damn feelings and think with your mind, not your emotion. You can say any damn thing to me. I promise you, I'm going to examine myself in light of what you've said before I just get in my damn feelings and I'm emo as hell. But damn it, maybe you said it because what you said could be total hog feces, BS. But maybe God sent you to say that to me so I could learn how to respond, to that type of setting better. You know what I mean? Because I go off on your ass in a minute. But there's a better way too, and a more inviting way. So I don't just immediately get in my feelings and reject what's being said to me because it's offensive. I don't give a damn about offending people, and I don't give a damn about people offending me. Now, let me be clear here and put some context on it. I definitely go out of my way not to be offensive. So when I say, and I definitely ain't finna let nobody just randomly and callously and casually be offending me. I don't play with people. I don't let nobody play with me. So what I'm saying is, it's raining right now. I don't know if you can hear that, but some people will be offended because it's raining. Some people get offended because I walk around with my mask on. I get offended because all y'all damn women wear black tights all the time. What the hell does that mean? You don't like black tights? Be offended. You can't tell people what to wear. You don't like me walking around with my mask on? Don't like me walking around with my mask on. Ain't nothing you can do about it. It ain't illegal. So those are the type of things I'm talking about. Like, ain't nobody dropping and stopping what they're doing in life because you don't like a particular way that they're living that's not really offensive. You just offended by it. That's what I don't give a damn about. And I don't give a damn about people offending me. Like, I might express it, but who cares? Like, it's just my opinion. It doesn't dictate how they should live their lives, and that works both ways. So I don't want to offend you guys here, though, because it's not necessary, but that question opens a bigger door, and it's one reason I always say act like you have sons, guys. A lot of us don't pay attention to how naturally misandric not only the world is, but we are. We give women a special place in every damn thing beneficial that they don't deserve. Women are not a priority. Women are not a better version of humanity. Women are not the fairer sex. None of those things are true. You don't just only get one mom. You also only get one father. The BS saying that some of you that hear my voice right now, you've used this, and I'm what's the word I'm looking for, man? I'm beseeching you to rethink this. No one loves you like your mom. Then what do you say? Like, do you think Ethan Chapin's father, I can't remember his name right now, do you think he's hurt less because he's not a mom in this situation? Do you think Steve Gonzalez is hurt less because he's not a mom in any of these situations where you insert the mom and the father and the mom be involved? Do you think the fathers are hurt less because they're not fathers? Obviously, I meant because they're not moms. Have you ever been a damn father, mom? Do you know what it feels like not only to have the world impress upon you, but to receive, damn it? A lot of these, I don't receive this, but a lot of these men do, that it's their job to protect and provide. I lost my train of thought, but what I was trying to communicate is, imagine receiving that one of your number one priorities on earth is to protect your loved ones, and then one of your children isn't here anymore because someone harmed them, and you weren't there to protect them. You know how crushing that is to a man? A father who loves, and yet that love is minimal in comparison because he's not a mom. Negative. If I have a kid, guess whose job it is to protect and provide for them? Me and their damn mother. Neither of us have a priority in that scenario. Damn it. It's her job as well as mine, just like it's my job as well as hers to be nurturing to my damn children. That's not a mother's damn job. It's a parent's job. Mothers are not naturally damn nurturing. That's why we hear all these damn stories about mothers murdering their kids in the most horrendous ways, just like we hear them about fathers. I've been in the damn moms groups. And I've seen how you guys share secrets about, not secrets, but you share tips about how to raise children. I've never breastfed before. Is this the right bottle? What pampers should I need? If you were naturally damn nurturing, you wouldn't have to learn on the job and get advice from other mothers who've experienced it. There's nothing wrong with that. But damn it, if you're a father, that's how you learn to do those things too. It's not something that women are given at birth and you just will never have access to. Stop letting the world impress that shit upon you, homie. You a damn parent. Be a parent, not a wallet. A lot of y'all minds are twisted in this scenario, and these are the type of things that I talk about in my men's groups. Your children need you, and I'm talking to fathers and mothers. Moms ain't not gonna damn protect their kids if they in danger because they ain't no damn father. They gonna mama bear up and protect their damn kid. They ain't gonna look around for no damn dad. They going to protect. If dads ain't around, it's plenty of mothers providing for their kids right now. So stop with this damn foolishness that nurturing is a mother's job and protecting and providing is a father's job. Parenting is a damn parent's job, right? But those are the kind of mindsets that we use to belittle and demean men in their positions and exalt women. We gotta stop it. We're all equal here, man. If you're a Christian, and you should have heard this saying before, we're all equal at the foot of Christ's cross. We all are desperate and in need of someone to save us from our humanity. All of you are Christians, so I ain't gonna go too far down that damn road. But I guarantee you, if you were in a precarious situation and if you had to choose between a man saving you and a woman saving you, you wouldn't look at their damn gender. You would just hope one of them do something to save your ass. That's just the bottom line. If you needed something and you needed someone to help you, I guarantee you if you had to choose between a woman and a man, you wouldn't give a damn about their gender. You would just hope one of them at least, if not both of them, do something to help your ass. That's how it goes. So when you ask this question about Ethan, it's because of the way our worlds are set up. And we men have been sold that it's chivalrous. This is how gentlemen proceed. No, it's not. It's brainwashing. Gentlemen proceed in the way that the Bible instructs. You love everyone. You love your neighbor. That's what, I'm a Christian, right? You love your neighbor. There was no gender attached to that because it might be a family living next door. It might be just a single man. It might be a single father. It might be just a single woman. It might be a single mother. I'm supposed to love them with no preference. The Bible says don't prefer any man above yourself. Don't prefer yourself above any man. Anyone. I'm sorry, not any man. It literally teaches us over and over again. And if you don't believe in the Bible, then damn it, life lessons. That's why I gave you those. Even though they're biblical, they're non-biblical, practical lessons before when you're in situations. Who do you want to save you? Those non-biblical but biblical practical situations about why men and women should be nurturing, why men and women should be protecting and providing for their children and their families. But that's why. That's my answer. And when I say these things, people don't know my heart, so they think I'm just coming down on women. No, I'm not. I'm saying, women, you don't need us to fabricate reasons that you should be exalted and that you should be honored and that you should be. God created you with enough value as a person created in his image. That's enough for us to honor you. That's enough for us to respect you. That's enough for us to give you the glory that you deserve when we describe you because of who he created you to be. And that glory and that respect ultimately belongs to him, and it works both ways for men too. We don't have to fabricate reasons. That's for weak-minded women. That's for weak-minded women that we got to say, husbands running around talking about, oh, I don't know why she chose me. I would be so lost without my damn wife. Well, homeboy, I hope you work your way through that insecurity. Because I guarantee you in real time, if reality spoke, you would be lost without your wife probably, especially if y'all have a long-standing relationship. But I guarantee you if reality spoke, it would say she would be lost without you in just as many ways, if not more. So that's why, young lady. That's why, because misandry is natural to us. Toxic feminism is natural to us. Honoring people for being human isn't. And that's what my platform is about. It's about let's restore the humanity in people so we can honor people for being people. We don't look at people and perceive them to be better or less than because of anything on their exterior. We watch people, we examine people, and we treat them how they present themselves. And even sometimes we treat them like they don't present themselves because sometimes love can turn. What is that? Come on, man. I got one. The ugly duckling or something like that. Give me that scenario, guys. You got it. The analogy where you kiss is that the prince? Is that the prince? Who gets kissed and turned? Is the ugly? Why I gotta be the prince? Why the woman can't be ugly? You know why? Because women are sensitive and weak. Are they? I don't think they are. I think the people that feel like they got to fabricate reasons to honor and respect women are sensitive and weak. I think women are strong enough and just capable enough that I can speak to them like they're women, that they're adults. I think we could teach women to be strong the same way we could teach men to be strong. All men aren't strong. That's something that has to be cultivated. Just like nurturing, all women aren't nurturing. That's something that has to be cultivated. I don't see women and see weakness. I see women and see God's creations. Therefore, if you are weak in an area, let me show you how to be strong. If I know how. If I'm weak in the area, woman, and you know how to be strong, damn it, teach me. I was just in a bank yesterday. I'm going to tell you how that story one day. The lady was telling me, the altercation started off wrong because she approached me wrong. And I'm going to match your energy, and I'm respectful about it. She'll tell you if she were here. I didn't disrespect her. But long story short, it ended wonderfully. And then the wonderful part of the conversation, she was telling me that she's a banker. She's a bank manager. She's like, yeah, I'm going to teach this financial literacy class to women. And I was like, what you mean, women? What the hell you think? So how do men, what if I want to learn financial literacy? Because I do. Where do I sign up? Why I can't come to your class? This is a woman. I'm telling her. She like, yo, I'm about to send you this information. Hell, I screenshot the email and put it in here so y'all can see. I say, yo, I'm going to be honest with you, shorty. I'm single. I probably ain't going to look at it. When I'm in a relationship, I don't care nothing about money. I make it. And, the lady that I'm in a relationship with, I'm like, yo, babe, I'm not a fool now. Don't get it twisted. Don't hear this wrong. But it takes a long time for me to get in a relationship, and when I'm in there, I'm in there. So now I trust you because you can't get in without me trusting you. But from there, then I trust you. I don't care about no money, man. I just want to make sure that that pecan pie coming out of the oven, I got something to eat, the lights on, I'm good. I got other things that I prefer to worry about and spend my intellect on than money. I'm gonna make the money. I want to be able to trust you with it. And that's why, in this scenario, I'm asking a woman, I'm weak when it comes to financial literacy. Shorty, you know what's going on. Point me in the right direction. And she did. Shout out to her. I'm lazy. I need to check the information out. But it's a revolving conversation, guys. Nobody is better than nobody. So she's right. Ethan gets pushed to the back. And I'm not even saying this is the only reason, but definitely it's one of the main reasons, because men have been pushed to the back in our society. And what scares this about me is some of you do it. And what you don't realize is, it's cool for you now. It's a natural progression for you now, process for you now, because you're not thinking that you're feeding the world, that you're, I see some of y'all profiles, y'all got your son, and your bio always say such and such, mommy. You're creating a world, man. You're enabling this world that your son is going to have to grow up in. You really want your son to grow up in a world where he's seen as a predator? Some of these women be in these damn groups talking about creepers and stuff because men trying to holler at them. Damn it, baby, we heterosexual. I know some of y'all mamas raising y'all and daddies raising y'all to grow up to like goats and all this other stuff. I ain't being disrespectful. I'm being funny, but I ain't being disrespectful. I probably am. Anyway, some of us are really heterosexual. We see a pretty woman, like we want to approach that pretty woman. Ain't nothing creepy about that. But is that the world you want your son growing up in? That he's creepy for being a heterosexual man and living as a heterosexual man? Or he's creepy just for being born male? Or he's guilty if someone is accusing him just because he's a male and the person accusing him is a female? Is that the son? Look at your boy tonight, if he ain't with you right now. Your little baby boy, your 2, 3, 4-year-old, your 10, 11, 12-year-old, your 15, 16-year-old, you taking him to ball practice, t-ball practice, basketball practice, whatever you're doing. Your school just started in Miami, you just went to school. You want him growing up in a world where he's minimized and less than everybody who's not female, and he's guilty just because he's a male? No, I don't think Ethan's parents are less hurt because he's a male than the other 3, victims' parents because they're females. So that was a great question to end this video on. That was actually her last question too. And I just want to encourage you guys, man. It's not a rant against women. It's a rant for humanity, guys. It's a rant for humanity. Treat humans like humans. That includes men too. Stop pulling back on some of this. A lot of stuff y'all be doing, I be saying, and I be like, yo, one day we're going to have a conversation about that, Lord willing. But first, I want you to know my heart. So when I do approach that conversation or the opportunity arises, you'll know where I'm coming from. If nothing else, I'm talking about how your son deserves to be loved, because every human being does. I lied. That wasn't her last question. We had 35 minutes. I'm going to wrap this up real quick. Do you think they know or think something is way off here too? I have no way of knowing that. And she's talking about the Chapins again. I have no way of knowing that. I'm going to be honest with you, man, and I'll say this real quick redundantly. And it's because of how Stacey spoke when she spoke about not going to trial and stuff. I really think with them it boils down to they just want to get on with their life because the tragedy is a lot. You know what I mean? That's what I think. They're doing things to help them heal from the tragedy, not to help them drown in it. And once again, sometimes for certain people, drowning in it is therapeutic. For some people, I'm one of them. Just, moving on is therapeutic, guys. I don't have memories of things that have broken my heart. The only thing you will ever really hear me talk about, as far as it pertains to things that have broken my heart and people that have passed on, are my grandmothers. I love them to death. One of them is still alive. But I love them to death. But I have wonderful memories of my grandmom. They raised me. They made me the man I am in many ways. So I do think about them. I didn't go to either of their funerals, guys, because I'm like the Chapins. You hear me talk about my grandmoms? I haven't gone to a funeral in years. And that's just how that goes, guys. You know what I mean? My family knows this. And it's not because I don't love the people. You know what I mean? It's just because, that's just too much for me. And I want to live my life in healthy ways. And those things just take me to places that, honestly, I may not recover from. And the way that I hear Stacy talking, I think that's more of it with them. Once again, for the last time, I have no way of knowing these things. I tossed the question to you guys. Sorry, this video was like 4 or 5 minutes longer than the average 32-minute video. Tell me what you think about these questions. I will ask them again on the way out the door. I'd like to know your thoughts on the other 2 male DNA that we found out about only because of Ann Taylor, when the prosecution knew about them since the beginning. Why weren't they tested? Why is the media quiet on this? Why are both women being protected when I think we both know 2 guy survivors wouldn't have had the same treatment? I didn't even answer that question. I'm sorry, guys. I'll get into it in another video, but damn it, we pretty much know the answer to that question. I did answer it, just not specifically pertaining to that question. But what do you think about that? Ethan's parents are truly distancing themselves from the other families. It makes me sad that he seems to be bottom of the pile when the victims are mentioned. Why do you think that is, guys? What are your thoughts on why they won't or don't appear to interact with the other families? They don't even want to go to court. His mother said 2 a.m. will forever be a dark time, not 4 a.m. Do you think they know or think something is way off here? And until, y'all be safe.